Okay guys, so I'm very happy to have another special technique version as guest technique from Wim de Putter here. We've been training for the past 24 hours, shooting his DVD, which you should really check out. I learned tons of Wim. I also trained with him on various seminars and got some concepts from him, but the DVD is it's a great in-depth dive into his mechanics. And besides the triangle I showed him, the reverse triangle from back control, he also showed me a very cool triangle setup that he likes to do from full mount. So let's get into it.
So for me, my favorite attack, like in all jiu-jitsu, the highest point of control, I believe, is the triangle from the back, or the triangle from spiderweb, which is the same point actually. I have to give one point why it's so great. Look, sit over here please, you're facing the wall. Yeah. So look, chokes always happen from the side. Well, you can also have, think of it like this, like the artery is always on the side. So if I have a rear naked choke, it's not on the throat, it's not on the
trachea.
The trachea, yeah. It's because I close on both sides the artery. Now if you have things like an arm triangle, and you try to go from in the middle like this, so you don't close the arteries. So you might get a crank, which is not legal. At the same time, you can easily rotate one of the shoulders in or out, see? And now you don't cover the artery anymore. Go to the other side, that would kill it. You see, so there's always one gap. Now, to see like a triangle is exactly the same thing. Every choke is actually the same thing, but for the benefit of this video, the choke is exactly the same thing as an arm triangle, or in this case, you're going to use our legs. So come here over, please, put your head over there on the floor, like mount. Okay, so my favorite position to attack from everywhere is always the side triangle. So let's actually put your legs here and go for the spider for a second. Come up. So nothing beats this position in my book. Look, I've got neck control, I've head control, I got leg control, I got arm control. So first of all, why is it so important? If I rotate my knee in, extend your neck please, that's very hard. If you rotate my knee open and extend yourself, that's hard to move because you can start switching sides and it puts strain on my knee. So this position here, right from the get-go, my triangle itself, which is also my choking mechanism, is also keeping his posture broke. So try to move here please, very hard. If I didn't have the leg, he can switch to his belly, but even this is still hampered by me controlling his head. But it's double checked because I have both his head and his leg. Now, I could choke. From here I could punch with MMA. I can attack the wrist, I can attack the arm, I can attack the shoulder, I can attack the foot, I can attack the heel with some imagination. The knee bar, I didn't figure that out one yet, but then it would be like full circle. For me it's like the only position that I know that you can attack every single joint. So the 411 is probably the most important control position for leg locks, and this would be the same. This would be like the 411 for the upper body, I would say, right?
Nice.
Okay, so put your head here too. Let's go to mount. And go a bit more over here. Yeah, great. So first of all, for many years, my favorite attack was the arm triangle from the mount. Now, actually, before that, my very favorite way to attack is to get my both arms high, and this you can use to go up and go for a modified Z-mount, and where you can attack the arm bar. Now the problem with this one initially was, if I get high, great, but if Tom starts to pull his elbows back, see, here I'm stuck, he can bridge me, and if people put their hands wrong on the floor, like this, they can actually start getting a wrist locker and injure their wrist. So for this reason, I started to take my arm out, and initially, I always wanted to do the arm triangle, so by inching my hand forward little by little, see, and getting over here. The problem was with the arm triangle, I said before, it's very hard to get to the side. Because here I can maybe crush him, but if he starts bridging, see, it's hard to control, there is no choke. And well, he has to make the mistake of rolling away, which I have to force, but it's getting harder to do with people these days. So in any case, what I do these days, see, first of all, I have to lift him up and drag him away. See, if I stay in the center and put pressure, a bridge will bring me out of balance. But by dragging Tom sideways, see here, I can roll my shoulder in and I start blocking his face right away. Why is it important? Rotate this side, please. That's great. Rotate the other side. That's not allowed. See? So now, keep your elbow tight. I'm going to do the spider walk. I have to walk my hand to open out. If I put my hand too shallow like this and I start walking, I don't have leverage. To open my arm, so I have more leverage on the elbow and I start walking forward inch by inch like a spider. If I go too far, the elbow is out and then it's getting harder. So here, get a good deep grip on the armpit, yeah. Keep your elbow tight please, and start walking. And this can take a while now. Keep tight please, super tight, 100%. See, this is hard. So what I do with my body is when I walk a little bit, then I push forward my shoulders, just put pressure on his face, see, and I walk a bit more. And then see, my arm keeps what I already conquered. Put pressure please, I can go back. I walk a bit, push forward and go back. At some point, when I arrive here, I can also use my arm like a wrench, like pushing in. See? Initially I will always go for the arm triangle, but there's always this gap that's harder to clear. So these days I just ignore that part and just get an underhook. And here the fun begins. Put your nose far on the floor. So try to bridge me please. My head puts a lot of balance and a lot of control into the position. And I can also use my feet, hook him behind his legs, close my knees to open my feet. So try to move now. As he bridges, slowly bridge. See? I can counter rotate my hip and look away. Go to the other side. That's almost impossible because his head is stuck. And here on competition, I cannot stall anymore because I'm already in mount. See? At the same time, I got 4 points, usually 7 points probably after the pass. So the odds of losing the fight here are pretty small. So you're never in a rush almost. So first thing I can do is keep walking, see? And I can start putting pressure on the arm, which will not work too great, but it's good like a thread. Yeah. Now what I'm actually looking for, everything is actually fake. The pressure also, I'm looking until Tum either puts his left, right arm underneath my leg in order to spin out. If you make him desperate enough, they do that. Or until he gives a gap, that I can put my knee over his arm over here. And this is my example of control position. Try to move please. It's pretty hard, especially because the face is rotated. Now from here what I will do, I'll put my left ear on the floor, see, lift his head up a little bit and start laying over his head. As you can see, he's already in a triangle, he just doesn't know it yet. I didn't capture his arm yet, so I stay here. Now, if I close my elbow and Tum can close his elbow as well, see, this would make it a lot harder. I can fix it still, see, I have to wrench myself all the way back. So relax please, this is harder. So I'm going to keep my elbow up and keep it tight. See, pull your elbow back now, harder, right? Okay, and here, still have pressure on my legs, connect fully, put pressure on his biceps, maybe even threaten the arm bar still. See, it's actually possible by controlling the elbow and rolling my shoulder in, see, it's at least a threat. So they usually get desperate. Now, when you attack people's arms, what do? They want to connect their both arms so they get them out. Exactly. So this, give it time, it always will happen. Once I'm here, see, can you do a full back bridge, Tum? That's hard, right? Yeah, because I control his head to one side. So Tum here has got two options. He can rotate out or he can rotate in. Let's go start with the inner side rotation first. Rotate, so the outside, outside. I'll put my nose on the floor. Look, if I put my ear and Tum keeps spinning, I will actually get blocked by my own face. So you have to put your nose in the middle. If you get to the middle, so you can keep the pressure up. See, the tap? Yeah. You ready to feel it?
My nose.
Your nose, exactly. I don't care where it hurts. I don't do it rough, but it's still a tap. If I back my neck, then I break my own structure. So that's dangerous. I have to put my nose to the floor. And now look, I can either wait or go for it myself. What I will usually do is, since I have good grip on the elbow, is go up, see, lean backwards, see, and now I can already start. Go a bit back, please. Go a bit closer to triangle. Now, since I do it slowly, I missed one part, but here, look, when I'm in the middle, Tum can do a back bridge, and he starts putting me into danger. So I'll go back. It's important for me that I switch my grips and get my knee outside. I will show from different angles in a second. So this transition goes right away. Put your legs there, please. Let's go in one line again. Put your legs there, and hip in the middle. No, like in the center. Oh yes, exactly. Here. So I control the arm. Let's go back to the reverse position. So we'll go to the head again. So I'm here, and I'm going to do it smoothly. So as I'm here, control the arm with his arm initially. So I paused. So yes, I go for the leg here, see, and I squeeze my knee to the floor. So this knee has to point to the floor. There's a lot of space now between my leg and Tum's neck. Doesn't matter. He can't. So try to get out. He can't get out. It's not choke yet, but he cannot get out. Now from here I will close my triangle. Now it's not the same as before because here it's a reverse option. See, before I control this arm, I have the top one, doesn't matter. See, from here, the initial finish, control the leg. See, the finish is always the same. I don't need my arms to finish. All thing I need to do is from here, fix my weak links, like I said in my other videos. Pull your heels to your butt as hard as you can. So I'm just going to try to do with gentle, constant pressure before I choke with my legs alone. Let's see how far this gets us. Maybe yes, maybe no. This is too fully relaxed. Now I'm going to do the same thing again, but now you're going to engage your back and your neck, okay? Doesn't work anymore, right?
Nope.
No. Because now we cancel each other out. Move your feet a bit over here, please. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do now, look, I need that back tension. So when I engage my back as well, I get like a good centimeter extra of less space. So I actually lose space when I do that. I squeeze in, keep my feet hooked. So you roll my foot outside. See, this also creates some more tension. Squeeze as hard as I can. And now from here, I'm just going to do the rock bottom. Engage my shoulders, engage my back. And this will create a choke. Now if you're someone really like strong and resilient, you don't want to tap, you're going to come up again on your elbow. See? Control the leg. Push down on the floor. And now I'm going to go up, bending his neck more. And now I rotate. And from this one, I don't know if it's a choke, if it's depends, or if it's an neck triangle.
Right.
Try to prove to the referee. Okay, so you will tap for this usually. Now that's the first version. The second version. And your legs here again, please. You okay?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Feels great, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Go straight, please. Yeah. So from here, I'm gonna go to the same position again. Walk all my way up. Ear on the floor, nose on the floor. So step over, lose the hand, and go up. Now in this case, you too, it's gonna roll to the other side. Now this is slightly more dangerous because if I miss, see, I will be on bottom, but still it works. You have to go up a bit. And so usually I capture the shoulder right on. So from here, if I feel him spinning in, okay, I will go up, and I will fall, see, and go to my side. I will rotate a bit, see, as I go, see, I'm in the side triangle, but again, it's the same thing. It's the reverse option. In my DVD, from the endgame finishes, I use the other arm. But in this case, it doesn't matter, so you can still have good control. See, try to move here a bit, please. It's quite hard, right?
Yeah.
Now, put your head up. You can put his head up, but not a lot to make posture. So from here, what I'm going to do is use my left arm. I'm going to go all the way over his elbow. See here? Now, resist with the arm, please. Yeah. Let's walk a bit to the camera here. I'll walk around. Yeah. So his arm is hidden. So pull your arm back, and this will happen. Now, if you're strong enough, you might loosen yourself your way through, but there is an easier way. So what I do is I pull a bit. See? I bring myself close. Keep tight, please. Keep tight. And I'm going to use my arms as a connection and use my upper body to take the arm with one, and I go closer again.
Yeah.
Two, and go closer all the time. Now here I could potentially finish again, squeeze, get it tight. But sometimes it doesn't work, so I'm going to do from here, bring my heels to my butt, put my nose on the floor and rotate. As I do this, the tune is going to walk back into me, push back, and now I can flip him away. And then that again, the same position, but just one difference. My knees are on the floor yet, so I cannot finish. So I will squeeze, and now I will actually trigger. So roll it into me. I will stop that. So now I have to wait, or like keep my tension. I can potentially finish, but I usually wait here till it starts to rotate away. When it rotates away, that's when I make my last switch. I'm back in the first position. Now I have a different leg, doesn't matter. As long as you keep control, heels to the butt, squeeze, engage your back, and it's a finish. For this one, this is like if I go really with a strong guy, really resilient, don't want to tap for anything, because like these days with the baby bridge and everything, armbar gets very hard. But this one actually makes use of the baby bridge and those positions to actually finish. This for me is I actually believe, like for leg locks, right? In the end there were many positions, but all roads seem to lead to the 411.
Yeah.
See? Or also to leg langadas. So there's still a little bit of leeway there. Which one is the best? Probably, I still believe that the 411 is a tighter control to save one for me. Maybe the Langala's version would be more versatile, maybe, but I believe still 411 absolute control. I think upper body, everything is leading, like progressing towards this being the ultimate position, because even like back defense, see, I work a lot on back defense. I actually offer my back a lot. For me, it's quite easy to defend the rear naked choke, because I rarely ever tap. And even so, my guys I teach also don't tap for that. But now with the rear triangle, that's one I still can get to work. So I think everything is leading to that. So thanks a lot to for letting me use your body to do the technique. And
super cool to see that that Wim uses. We haven't even trained that much together, like really train and get his concept, but we are so much on the same line. I usually do the same thing in full mount. I call it the itsy bitsy spider. If I walk up and I actually sing the song to people, Itsy Bitsy Spider, and then they get frustrated and I get into the submission. So a lot of mechanics apply, and just with the triangle, just getting the nice angles and stuff. It's a very tight submission. It's really hard to explain pressure on camera, I think. But I could really feel the difference when how Wim was squeezing the triangle. It was super gnarly when he engaged his back. So that's something I learned from his DVD as well, to use your whole, but don't just squeeze your legs, but engage your muscles, just like he explains a lot with the link to fitness or deadlifting, engaging the muscles instead of using just the tendons and squeezing. So you can really feel that. It's hard to see on the video, but trust me, you really feel it. So thank you very much.
Really good. Till next time.
Check out the link, I'm going to put it down in the comments, link to Wim's YouTube channel, and also to his DVDs on BJJ Fanatics. Really cool stuff.
Thank you.